Hello Internet, my name is Colorful Arty, and this is my very first Let's Play series. To start, I'm going to do Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, which is one of the more underrated, but nonetheless really good Zelda games for the Game Boy Color. But this time I'm putting my own little spin on it, so I'm sure you're wondering what I mean but when I say cursed playthrough from the title. If you're not familiar with Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons or Oracle of Ages, a bunch of the collectibles in this are rings, where you can collect rings throughout the game and then equip one at a time, and each ring does different stuff to you, so one of them is called the Cursed Ring. If you wear it, you take double damage and you only deal half the damage you normally would with your sword. So I'm going to be playing through this entire game while always wearing the Cursed Ring. And because that isn't painful enough, I am also going to play through the game without getting any heart containers. So this should be a very entertaining watch. I really hope you enjoy it. So this is Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, and this actually has pretty good graphics considering it's the Game Boy Color. It also has really good music. I'm probably going to bring that up multiple times throughout this Let's Play, but enough jabbering, let's start. So the thing is, if you start a new game, you don't actually start with any of the rings. So basically I have two options. I can either start a new game and spend hours, possibly days, grinding for rings until I get it, and doing so will require me to play through part of the game without the Cursed Ring anyways. Or option number two, start a linked playthrough. If you're not familiar with Seasons or Ages, basically, if you beat Oracle of Seasons, you get a secret for Oracle of Ages, and if you beat Oracle of Ages, you get a secret to Oracle of Seasons. And if you go to Secrets under the Start menu and type in the very, very long, complicated code that they gave you when you beat the previous game, and you enter that in here, then you get to start what is called a linked playthrough, or in this case, since I beat Oracle of Seasons, then Oracle of Ages, and now I'm playing Seasons again, this is technically called the Heroes playthrough. And there are a few perks to this. The main one is you get to transfer all of your rings over from your previous playthrough. So I went out of my way to grab quite a few rings, most importantly the Cursed Ring, of course. So when I start this actual playthrough off, I will actually not have anything, but I can go to the ring shop immediately and get all my old rings, and just equip the Cursed Ring right away, which is... that's how I'm planning on doing it. And you are most welcome to use this code as well if you want to start the game with a lot of rings, but I should warn you that should you do this, the game will name you Arty, whether or not you want it to or not. There's nothing I can do to fix that, but it's better than going on the internet to get the code, because most of the codes that let you start with all the rings name you very bad swear words. And I'm not a huge fan of that, so whatever. Enough of yammering. We're gonna start the game, and I'm gonna put text speed on fast. Woot! I'm really excited. Accept our quest, hero. And a very nice opening, and Link has fallen unconscious. And a pretty girl comes to his rescue. Gee, this sounds familiar. Link's Awakening opening anyway. And here's a wagon, but we're not going down the Oregon Trail. If we try going down, we can't get past grass. Whatever. It's Zelda, I'm not going to argue with it. And hey! That's not safe, right in the middle of the woods, but whatever. Oh, your eyes have opened. Are you alright? I am Impa, the troop's cook, and you are? Arty, I see. Din, the dancing girl, found you collapsed in the woods. She's cared for you through your nightmares. I had nightmares? I don't remember that. Din is a popular dancer. Just seeing her dance raises one's spirits. Yeah, sure. And that guy is definitely not drinking water. You're awake. Please, relax. Join our jovial troupe of performers for a bit. Was that guy playing the guitar? Din has been caring for you since she found you. She's strong-willed, but very kind-hearted. Why the but? That strong-willed doesn't mean that you're not normally kind-hearted. Ah, Din always looks so lovely, but she seems smitten with you. I'm jealous. Someone's got a crush. You've awakened. Good. I worried while you slept. You're Arty, right? How do you do, Arty? I am Din. I saw a red flash in the woods, and when I went to see what it was, you were lying there. Mystery surrounds you, Arty. I'm just glad that you're better. Come, won't you dance with me? I don't know, I'm a pretty shy guy. Don't be shy, dancing will be fun! And get this nice little picture of Link and Din dancing together. How sweet. And Link apparently actually does have brown hair instead of black hair. That was fun. You're a good dancer. It's been some time since I had such fun. Hey! Your left hand, it has a triangle on it. That is a sacred mark in Hyrule. If it's the true symbol, then you are a hero with a special fate, Arty. A special fate? Arty, nothing. Let us dance. So put on your red shoes and dance the blues. And lightning strike. Wow, wow. What are the odds of lightning striking all of this stuff in order at the same time? That's astronomical. I found you, Din, Oracle of Seasons. You hid yourself well, but you cannot escape Onyx, General of Darkness. Onyx, General of Darkness, is a tornado. Okay. No, not really. He's actually a giant iron knuckle. Get out of my way, boy! So, okay, note this. The tornado... Oh. Ha! Arty! The tornado blows everybody away, but it sucks Din. The physics there just do not work. And this is Onyx's castle, where he hosts all of his parties. And it always looks like a face to me, and that is very creepy. What do you plan to do with me? As you know, if I imprison the Oracle of Seasons and bury the temple that houses the season spirits, the seasons of Holodrum will be cast into chaos, the bountiful gifts of nature will rot, and all living things perish. That is the world of darkness that I long for. No, Onyx, no! I have 20 rupees here, and I am going to imprison you with them. Yeah, no joke. She now gets trapped in a giant blue rupee. I don't know, Onyx is not that great a villain. Down, Temple of Seasons, spring, summer, fall, winter, fall into chaos! Yeah, Onyx, not a great villain, just because, like, he's evil for the sake of being evil. And I know you could kind of say the same thing about Varan from Oracle of Ages, or even Ganon, but at least they're evil because they, like, want to conquer the world. Onyx literally just wants everything to die. Like, Onyx, you do realize that if you, like, let the seasons rot, you're going to die as well. It's like, yeah, I know, but it'll be cool. And Link, wow, Link has fallen unconscious twice in, like, 5 minutes. Arty, are you alright? Actually, I am the nurse of Hyrule's Princess Zelda, and Din's no dancer either. She is actually the Oracle of Seasons who wields control over the forces of nature. Zelda has mystical powers that told of a curtain of shadow drawing around Din. I was instructed to take her to Hyrule in secret. Zelda gave me this quest, but ow, I've been wounded and I won't be able to travel for some time. Arty, I know not why you were lying in the woods, but you and Din were fated to meet. If the triangle on your left hand is real, then you may be the hero who will save the world. Please use your power to aid Din. Please take my message to the Mako Tree in Hawaiian Village. The Mako Tree is the guardian of all of Holodrum. Surely he can help. He's a tree. What can he do? Whatever. So if we go south, welcome to Hawaiian Village, home of pretty much every shop in the game, as well as really catchy music. Seriously, it's really good music. So I can't buy anything at the shop yet. We are going to pay a visit to this little house. Hi. I am Bippin, the expert arborist. I know plenty about trees. Now let me tell you something. Blossom and I just had our first child. Yes, we did. Have a look. I am Blossom. This is my first child, a healthy baby boy. But I am having trouble choosing a name. Can you help me think of one? What would you call him? Well, I'm calling him Rome, after Rome Mithril, who is another Let's Player, and actually the guy who got me into Let's Playing in the first place. I saw his videos a couple years ago and got me hooked. He's a really great guy. He plays Mega Man mostly. He's very entertaining to watch, and he is really good at what he does. So you should definitely check him out. He's just awesome. Shameless plug. You would name him Rome? Yes, I would. It's a fine name. That's what I'll call him. He seems happy to have it. Come visit us anytime. I will. Yeah, so that's a nice little minigame, not really a minigame, but like a gimmick for the game. If you come back to this house periodically throughout your journey, the baby, in this case Rome, will actually grow up, and you can have different effects on him through his life. So it's a pretty nice minigame, so this is what we're here for. Do come in. I am Luigi. I am Vasu, the jeweler. Is this your first time? Then let me explain jewelry. Rings made from mystical seeds have very mystical powers. If you wear one, its mystical power will be passed to you, but you must keep it in your ring box. The mystical power will gradually weaken and you won't be able to use it. Understood? jerk. Oh, you don't have a ring box? Here, I like you. So here, take this ring box. You got a level 1 ring box. It can only hold 1 ring. Take this ring as a sign of our friendship. You got a ring. Give it appraised later. Until you've had a ring appraised and its power revealed, you cannot wear it. Let's appraise it. So, you'll notice he gave me 1 ring, but I have 2 rings here. That's the one he gave me, and this is the one you get for starting a hero's playthrough. This is the victory ring, because basically you defeated Ganon and transferred it over to your hero file. Which in this case is this one. So yeah, basically he's explaining like you have your list of rings that you can take a peek at, and also if you appraise a ring that you already have, he'll buy it for 10 rupee profit for you, because it takes 20 rings to appraise it, but he gives you 30 rings in exchange for it. So here we want to talk to this red snake, and he's pretty cute. I am the red snake, keeper of the ring secrets. Say a secret or ask about a secret. Make your choice. Do you happen to know Lucas from Motherfree? Because he looks like the rope snake. So this is the main secret that we want. So I entered in the code for the hero's story for like my new playthrough. And in my previous playthrough, I talked to the red snake and said, ask a secret, and that needs to be a capital Y. I said, ask a secret, and he told me basically this code I am typing in. So if I type it in here in my new playthrough, I can transfer all of the rings over from my previous playthrough into this one, including the cursed ring. I also have a lot of really good rings that would totally break the game if I used them, but I can't use those. That wouldn't be fun or entertaining. Actually, probably would. Maybe someday. Okay, I have brought your rings from Labyrinth, so go see Vazood and check your list. Labyrinth is the town from Oracle of Ages, or rather, the world. So you'll notice I've got a lot more rings now on my ring list, so this is the one we want, the cursed ring. Actually, I don't want it, but I need to play it. It'll be interesting. So this game just got a lot harder, because taking double the damage you normally do is like insane. Enemies normally damage you with a quarter heart or a half heart. Now they'll damage me a half a heart or a full heart. Most of the time a full heart, sometimes more than that. And I'll only ever have 4 heart containers. Lovely. I'm Rule, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'll say Rule, mayor of Hawaiian Village. Do you have any gaseous seeds? If you plant one in soft earth, it will grow into a tree that bears nuts. Inside those nuts, you'll find all sorts of things. It's so fun, I can't help myself. There's some soft earth outside. Plant it there. You don't know about gaseous seeds? You're missing out. I'll give you my prized gaseous seed to welcome you to town. You got a gaseous seed planted in a patch of soft soil. There's some soft earth outside. Plant it there. So, this is another gimmick of the game that is not in any other Zelda game. Gaseous seeds. So if you see soil like this, you can plant your gaseous seed there, and after you destroy a certain amount of enemies, it'll grow into a fully grown tree. You can cut it down, and you get a prize inside. And the prize is random. It can be like a health refill, it can be a potion, which is basically like a fairy is in 3D games. It'll automatically bring you back when you die. Those are really useful. You can get money, you can get rings, and if you're very lucky, you can get a piece of heart. So, I'm not actually going to plant my gaseous seed there because A, it's right outside the mayor's house, I'm not going to do his gardening for him, and B, gaseous seed plots in this game, each one can net you different prizes, so like that one right outside his house doesn't tend to give you that good prizes, whereas ones that are a bit further away tend to give you much better prizes. Particularly the rings. If you planted the tree right next to Mayor Rule's house, you get pretty bad rings from it, like the cursed ring. Whereas if you plant them in a better location, you get much better and rarer rings. So that's cool. So here, we're going to the first, well, the tutorial dungeon really, the Hero's Cave, because we need to get the sword before we can visit the Maku Tree. This is a very self-explanatory dungeon. Push blocks, open doors, that's pretty much it. Don't fall off and avoid enemies because you can't do anything about them. And we're really going to have to avoid enemies with the cursed ring. That's kind of going to be the theme of the Let's Play. Oh man, so these little red guys, they don't look that bad, and they don't actually damage you, but they will slow you down, and the keys do damage you, and they are so annoying because they don't drop like anything if you kill them. And they move like in a totally random pattern. Not a good combination. Even worse are the fire keys, which come really late in the game, but we'll get there when we get there. In the meantime, yeah. I know I've mentioned it already in this video, but this game just has really good music. Alright, use a button, just step on it and it goes down. Some buttons you're going to have to push something on it in order to keep it held down. But that's for later, and in the meantime, we got the wooden sword! This is a sign of courage. Hold A or B to power it up, then release it for a spin attack. Spin attacks, in addition to covering a longer radius, they also deal twice the damage and pierce defense. And I am weird, I like setting my sword to the A button in this game. Also, I want to say I love the sword in this game. Look at the range on that thing. If you're used to Link to the Past, where it's like a dagger that barely even like has any range at all, this one is like longer than you are. It's amazing, and it's like, look how fast I can just swing that. And that's a spin attack. And before we go back to town, we're going down the garbage chute and opening this chest to get 30 rupees. So now we can stop by the shop and actually buy something. We're gonna want to buy something before the first dungeon, believe me. Actually, I'm going to buy the shield because it's either that or bombs, and I'm going to get bombs in the first dungeon anyway, so I'm going to take the shield. And the shield, I don't really use that much in this game. It's not a great item, but it's much better on a cursed playthrough than in a regular playthrough. And also, you'll notice that Hawaiian Village is now a different season. Every time you enter Hawaiian Village, it'll be a random season, and there are some parts of the city that you can't really go to unless there are certain seasons. Kind of bad design on the town's part. So we're going to buy the wooden shield from this guy wearing glasses. You cannot steal anything from the shop like you can in Link's Awakening, which is probably a good thing since nothing in that shop is super overpriced. But anyways, we're going to go talk to the Maku Tree. He's going to give us the key to the first dungeon, and then we'll just head on over to the first dungeon, I guess. And I think we'll call it a video. Maku Tree Gate. Show courage to gain passageway. Like a sword. Yeah, for some reason the Maku Tree Gate will only open if you use a sword. And this, on my first playthrough, this took me forever to figure out. In order to wake him up, you have to swing your sword at his bubble and pop it.
Who's that? Did you wake me? Who are you? What? Jin was taken while I slept? There's no sign of the Temple of Seasons? This is awful. Guarding the Oracle is my duty. Alas, how I've withered. What's to be done, Arty? With the seasons in chaos, the land is robbed of the very essence of nature, draining all of my might. Can you save Din in my stead? It is all this Maku Tree has ever asked. I sense evil on the northern peak where the Temple of Seasons rested. Onyx has cast a shadow on the northern peak. I think you will find him there. You'll need the 8 essences of nature that lie sleeping in Holodrum. Gathering all 8 is the only option. The essences possess the sacred power of nature, which you can break Shadow Barrier and save Din. Shall I repeat it? I hate it when Zelda games do this. It's like, shall I repeat that very long explanation? And it defaults on yes. Anyone who's played Ocarina of Time knows my pain. Then I give you this key. Go to the giant root near the lake up north. The first essence should be there, but I'd expect some resistance. Be careful, I'll just rest until no energy.
And we get the key to the first dungeon. So basically what we're saying, we need to gather the 8 essences of nature. They're in the 8 main dungeons, and then we can go to the final dungeon. Not a great plot, but you know, it's Zelda. Actually, never mind, Zelda has pretty good plots in the normally. It's old Zelda. This came out actually after Majora's Mask, which had a good plot. Never mind. This is without excuse. It's a handheld game. It was a Game Boy Color handheld game. And before we enter the dungeon, we're planting our Gasha seed there. Just press the A button next to the soil patch and you can plant it. Otherwise, if you don't have any seeds, well, you're out of luck. And this is not a rock, it is actually a keyhole, despite the fact that the keyhole looks like a T. I don't know why. But on that note, we have entered the Gnarled Root Dungeon, and that's going to be the end of the video here. So, next time on Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons Cursed, which that's a mouthful, we are going to beat the first dungeon. So, this is Colorful Arty. Like the video if you, well, liked it. And leave a comment. Let me know how you like my videos. I'm totally open for suggestions on how to improve my commentary. But also, I am a family-friendly channel, so please don't swear, be rude, be offensive. Don't, do anything you wouldn't be okay letting, a 2-year-old see. So, this is Colorful Arty signing out. Have a great day, and God bless.